Some of y'all coming back. All right. Hold on. It's still one of the YouTube pages is not back up yet. Uh Let me see. Alethea says first. Ben says second. Pat says we're back. Lewis, I see you. Lewis is back. Seabreeze says present. Erica Hummins out there in Reading. Good afternoon. Maria Smith is back. Nate checking in from Toledo. You'll be in and out. That's the show will be over probably before you're in and out. Daryl says, did my call mess up your Facebook Live connection? I don't know what messed up the Facebook Live connection. Everybody went out, but we're back. We're back. I don't know what happened, but we are back. Lewis says we're back on YouTube. All right. And I got all of the YouTube connections are back up. The Facebook connections are back up. And we are back on Twitch. All right. Ben says, ain't this what you going to school for? Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. All right. So give a couple people a chance to get back in here. And I have to tell y'all, I saw this story as I was logging on. This may have been what got me booted. I saw this story as I was logging on to do the show. And, yeah, I saw the story as I was logging on to do the show. And I have to play this. And I have to give a warning. Like the news story that I was going to play gave a warning. The news story gave a warning, one of those trigger warnings. So I'm going to give the same warning. Just mine will be maybe a little bit better. What you're about to see is disturbing. Okay? It is disturbing. If you have children watching, you may not want to have your children watch this. Adults shouldn't watch this. Men should not watch this. Women should not watch this. Trannies, they don't call them trannies. Trans people should not watch this. But I'm about to play it. Okay? It is triggering. It is disturbing. It's all bad stuff. But I'm about to play it. And then we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it a little bit first. This is out of Mobile, Alabama. There's a video where a parent is, they say, beating their child. This parent is a second grade teacher beating her child. Apparently one of her other children recorded it and then sent it to another child, and then that child posted it on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever. And this parent has been arrested. The sheriff says that what you see in this video is repulsive. It's repulsive. It's sickening that somebody could do this to their own child. Sickening. And this woman, who at one point was Teacher of the Year, this woman, they say it's almost like she has a dual personality. Because by all accounts, she's a great teacher and she's well respected. But what you see here is so bad. It is so bad that this is a person that's got to have like a dual personality. And they're investigating this person, this teacher. This teacher has been arrested and charged with, oh, where's the charge? Oh, I don't see the charge. The charge is up here. It's like a misdemeanor abuse of a child or something like that. It is difficult to watch. It is difficult to watch. So let's watch it.
The video was clandestinely captured by another family member who has given us permission to show it to you. It appears to be a parent attempting to physically discipline her child. The sheriff's office now confirms the woman is the mother of the 12-year-old son that is about to be struck with a strap or a belt 22 times, the beating lasting about 15 seconds. And it is difficult to watch. The woman then pulls the child up from the sofa by his hair, then unleashes a torrent of profanity.
Get up! Get up! Everybody else is saying policeman to your goddamn welcome. It should run off down there.
This video has also been viewed by investigators with the Mobile County Sheriff's Office, who identify her as 44-year-old Randy Nicole Staples of Grand Bay. But some viewers may recognize her as Mrs. Nicole Staples, a second-grade teacher at Cottage Hill Christian Academy. This is her booking picture from Mobile Metro Jail earlier this evening after being charged with felony willful abuse.
People are entitled to discipline their children how they choose, but that went well beyond discipline. It was abuse.
Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch calls the behavior in the video repulsive.
It was sickening to see somebody that just could, repeatedly, strike their child and then snatch them by the hair and yell and cuss at them, And then I think the last strike was across his arms. Just there was never any question or doubt that she was ultimately going to be arrested.
Sheriff Birch says making the video even more confounding is Staples' reputation at Cottage Hill Christian Academy, which in May posted on Facebook that she had been chosen Teacher of the Year.
And it's, almost like a dual personality. And because by all accounts, I'm told that she is a good teacher and well respected, but yet, what happens in the home is clearly the opposite of that.
The sheriff says this is very much an ongoing investigation and that DHR is involved and is dealing with the children. He says he expects more to be uncovered as the investigation continues.
We did discuss this in depth with the district attorney, Keith Blackwood, and decided on the appropriate charges, and she will face justice.
All right, I was looking at the comments, and y'all thought the same thing that I thought. First, when I saw it, and I didn't see the video, and they were just talking about somebody abusing their child, and then I kind of... But then when I watched the video, I said that maybe something is wrong with us, because from my perspective, that wasn't that bad at all. That wasn't that bad. I was hesitant to, bring it up and discuss it and say it in that way, but they never met Helen. No, these people, they did not meet Helen. Helen Ann whooped ass. And what they say, she hit him 22 times in 14 seconds. But I was looking at the video. He was fully clothed. He had on a pair of jeans. You know what I'm saying? He had on a pair of jeans. That was his mama doing the whooping. He was... And I know a lot of y'all, a lot of the newfangled parents nowadays and some of the old people who, we're really enlightened. That was how we got whoopings. That was how we got whoopings. And I would have taken that. Those 22 licks and 14. You got a 15-second whooping. You got a 15-second whooping. I know I got one brother on here who said he'll be in and out, but I would have, if given the chance, man, I would have elected to get a 15-second whooping every time. Hold on, a few people say they just got here. They missed it. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Pull it up and
The video was clandestinely captured by another family member who has given us permission to show it to you. It appears to be a parent attempting to physically discipline her child. The sheriff's office now confirms the woman is the mother of the 12-year-old son that is about to be struck with a strap or a belt 22 times, the beating lasting about 15 seconds. And it is difficult to watch.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The woman then pulls the child
They
up
didn't
from
even
the sofa by his hair, then unleashes a torrent of profanity.
Everybody else is saying policeman to your god welcome. It should run off down there to papers.
This video has also been viewed by...
All right, that's all. That's all you really need to see. It was a whooping. Really? A kid got a whooping. There's nothing to say. It was no bruises, nothing like that. It was a 15-second whooping. And maybe I'm the one who jaded. Because I look at that and say, that ain't that big of a deal. And for real, the first thing I thought, Shahira, was, okay, you whooping your 12-year-old son. This is a 12-year-old kid. You whooping your 12-year-old son in 4 jeans. And another child is recording it? That kid would have got a whooping too. I'm just telling you the way it went down in the Livingston household. In the Livingston household, oh, wait, you recorded that and sent it to apparently another child, an older child. You getting a whooping, and then the child who posted it, they don't like their mama. They don't like their mama. Somebody got a whoop, like for real, this is the story. Because clearly, and I couldn't hear what she was saying, and they're not saying in any of the stories that I just kind of rushed through, they're not saying that, hey, this is what the punishment was for. But I thought I heard her saying something about somebody saying F the police or something like that. When she snatched him up by the hair. Because I'm telling you, in my house, after a whooping, you know, now get your ass up. And then you get the rest of the lecture. And if the lecture is, I don't give a damn what your friends do, you're not going to be out there saying F no police to no police officer. Again, I know it's newfangled people out here who like, you know, no, you should never physically assault a child. There's never a reason to physically put your hands or use some sort of a weapon to punish your child and all that kind of stuff. But that was a quick whooping. I don't know. Maybe I'm, you know, out of line. My mama would have spent a lot of days in jail. A lot of days in jail. My daddy would have spent a lot of days in jail. I don't know. But I mean, you know, she's been arrested. She's been arrested and all of that good stuff, but am I the only one? That just looked like a whooping to me. And then what because you know, you got all of the super deep black people, like, see, that's why we beat our kids, because we was taught during slavery to beat our kids, so that's the only reason why we beat our kids. They don't need beat into slavery is what told us that. And what told that lady that? What told that lady to whoop her kids? That seemed like a whooping to me. Look, I don't know exactly what happened. LaDonna say that was a buildup. I don't know that was a buildup. Again, I was trying to listen to what she said when they, hold on, I'm not gonna play the whole whooping. I'm not gonna play the whole whooping again. But I wanna hear what she said when they said, okay, the whooping was over and she picked up the kid, all right? She grabbed the kid by the hair and used profanity, which I don't know about y'all, but profanity comes with a whooping. Like, profanity comes, it's a part of the whooping. Right? Ain't that all a part of the whooping? Like, I'm beating your ass and I'm not talking pleasantly to you. That's a part of the whooping. But hold on, what did she say to the child when she picked him up? Let me see.
By his hair, then unleashes a torrent of profanity.
Get up! Get up! Everybody else is saying policeman to your goddamn welcome. It should run off down to the neighbor's house.
This video is...
Everybody else is saying, I think she said after police and something, and then she run down there to the neighbor's house. Right? This ain't just, I'm mad at you. This is, you're doing something that I perceive could endanger your life. Right? Listen to it again. Listen to it again.
Unleashes a torrent of profanity.
Get up!
She said, get up.
Get up!
Get up!
Everybody else is saying policeman to your goddamn welcome.
Oh, hold on. Everybody else is saying something to police, and then something, run to the neighbor's house. Fame. I know you one of them newfangled, nobody should ever physically put their hand on a child type of people. What's on your mind?
You goddamn right. I got nothing else to say. Hey, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for taking my call.
But you know that's not.
I'm not gonna support.
Hold on.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Just so I'm clear, so you believe no one should ever, in order to discipline a child, you should never ever, under any circumstances, put your hand on a child.
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
You're not really consistent with that, though.
All you're doing is creating a violent person.
Okay.
You're hitting kids, and they can't hit you back. You're creating a bully. And that was abuse, because you talk about some, harsh grammar goes with a whipping. The insults and just the all that extra shit she was doing, pulling hair. That's abuse.
There was no insults. She told him to get up. Get up.
She said the F word. She said the F word.
She said,
cussing at her son.
Right, the F word. And again, I'm not 100%.
He was jacked up.
He was
jacked up. I mean, damn, he just got impaled by a belt. You want him to get right up? Give him a second to compose himself.
No, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. You know
his
the rules.
His mama is unhinged. That's how the video came out, because the other boy, the older brother, was taping it.
Right. Which he need a whooping.
This is an unhinged savage. This savage hillbilly beat the hell out of that boy.
Now,
she needs to go to jail for 4-5 years minimum.
Now, just so I'm clear.
What an asshole.
Just so I'm clear. An adult, to discipline a child, you should never put your hands on a kid.
No.
Never. Under no circumstances.
You should never put your hands on a kid in an aggressive manner.
So
discipline them.
Right. So now you referee and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
And you see two kids fighting, you don't go snatch them apart, put your hands on them and aggressively snatch them apart. You would not do that ever, right?
Not to discipline them. No,
Well,
then
that
I
is
get
disciplining them.
sued.
That is
If I'm trying
making
to-
sure
that-
that is
that-
stopping. That is the discipline. Snatching them
No.
and snatching
No, it's not.
a kid off of another kid is disciplining them.
I tell you what, one thing we've loved about you for over the last 20, 25 years is despite being a man that's 5'5" tall, you got the reach of a man that's 7'5" tall.
Look,
That's a terrible reach.
you
don't beat the
said
hell out of kids.
you should never. But you're saying, well, sometimes it's okay.
You're trying to find
All
little
I'm doing
piddly
is
examples.
asking. Sometimes it's okay though, right?
No, it's not. It's
Never
never okay to go over there and beat on a kid and then pull his hair talking shit to him.
I'm
Bullying him.
talking
No.
about, you said never put your hands on a kid to discipline them, right?
Right.
Never.
Corporal punishment. No.
Oh, no. Never. Under any circumstances should an adult put their hands on a kid to discipline them. Ever. Under any circumstances, ever. Right?
No, no, and I got a call coming in on my other phone, so I got to get going. I do apologize.
That's
Sorry
all
for the
right.
disruption,
No,
guys.
that's all
It's
right.
always a pleasure. Y'all know Rothstein love the kids. I ain't dealing with this bullshit.
Except for when you
This is
snatching them.
unhinged.
You love
This
them
is
except for when you
unhinged.
snatching the
This is
shit
an
out of them
unhinged
on a
skank.
football
This
field.
This unhinged skank.
All right.
It needs to be dealt with.
All
Hey.
right.
Oh!
All right. He says that. See, that really is a part of what bothers me about some of the people who say it. Like there's never, except for when you doing it on the football field. When you pushing a kid back on the football field. When you snatching a kid up off of a kid on the football field. When you turning a kid around and pushing them in the back, telling them, get off my field. It's never okay except for when you do it. Come on, stop it. Stop it. Again, I don't know what happened. And that's important to the story. That's important to the story. What was she disciplining this kid for? What did this 12-year-old do? But look, again, I know some of y'all newfangled people. Let me ask y'all this. Because this is the one my mama used to use all the time. I used to hear my mama say this. And I can't remember the exact way that she would say it. But the essence of it is, it's better that I discipline you now than let you grow up some sort of a maniac and then get out there on them streets and then the police have to discipline you. Which is better? Because you know, the police will discipline you. They'll discipline you where they used to have the PR-24s or whatever, them nightsticks. Now they got tasers and guns. They will discipline you. And police punch you in the face. Like, that is a part of their training. Stop talking. You still talking, they sock you in the face. Give me your hands. You don't give them the hands, they sock you in the face. They knee you in the face. Police do this on a regular basis. But a mama pull out a belt and whoop her child with jeans on, that's significant to me. Because my mama wasn't whooping no jeans.
Oh.
Oh, sound like somebody about to get a whooping. Alethea!
How you doing?
Alicia-
How you feeling, Eli?
Alethea, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Just the baby's just gonna have to tub and putting his clothes on for the night. And I wanted to good job. I wanted to say that in today's world, we all know we can't do that. Even though you're saying, can't have jeans on. And I got whooped like that, and it just made me aggressive, and I gained more behavior issues in school when it was time to socialized with other children, I was hands on. It taught like that it's okay. You know, violence is okay. That's your first resort. You don't want to talk because you're not taught to communicate properly. I mean, you just get whooped. You know, so I don't think that that's okay. But I do want to say what I also saw for him to be 12 and lay there and not fight his mom back. It showed that she has been disciplining him for a while and that he respects his mom enough to take the whooping that she gave, because he could have easily brushed past her and did what he had to do at 12. At 12. So I just don't think it's okay nowadays to do, because it just makes you more angry.
Okay, well, let me challenge that only in this way.
Okay.
Maybe it made you more angry, and maybe that's what you took from it. But I got whoopings, and it didn't make me more. The only whoopings that I'm ever angry about is the ones I didn't deserve. The ones where I was in the wrong, I wasn't angry about it. It didn't teach me that the way to deal with conflict is physically and all of that kind of stuff. It taught me don't do wrong, and if you do wrong, don't get caught. Because if you get caught, you're going to get a whooping. So now here's where I will say you got to know your child. Like, you know, every child you don't have to physically discipline. But at the same time, every child don't just sit there and listen to reason. You know, so every person is different. Thus, every child is different. So you have to tailor however.
I was about to agree. I agree with that. Yeah, so every child is different, and you could tell which ones are more aggressive than others. And I just didn't take to whoopings well. Like, you would literally, my mom would have to chase me. She was sweating. She was hot. You know, I'm wrestling. I just did not like it. Even though, yeah, I did get in trouble, like the action to get in trouble, like, but it just, the downside of it is it went to other children that shouldn't have deserved that. But like you say, you should know your child.
Okay, may I ask you a question? At the age, what age were you? What was your peak whooping age?
My peak, I was 12.
All right. So at 12 years old, you were intentionally doing things that you knew you had no business doing, right?
Yes.
And your mama had probably talked to you about doing this stuff before, right?
Yes.
What could your mama have done instead of whooping you and talking to you? What could your mama have done to try to correct your behavior?
It was a style of communication. So my mom would ask me questions while whooping me. I can't concentrate. Like, it's a lot of things that black mothers do that they don't understand, that it really intensifies things.
Hold on, wait a minute.
She will communicate with me whooping like, didn't I tell you? And it's like, you can't really be in a conversation getting whooped.
Alethea, hold on.
Yes, sir.
If she's whooping you saying, didn't I tell you? That means that before you got the whooping, and before you did the thing, at some point, she had already told your bad ass not to do that, right?
Well, yeah, during another whooping.
Hold on, wait.
It happened that. Listen, that's trauma.
Wait,
no,
Alethea,
seriously,
hold on, Alethea.
Trauma. You can't think right going through trauma.
Wait, Alethea, you're telling me, in all honesty, your mama never talked to you outside of when she was whooping you?
What I'm saying, it was aggressive. I came from an aggressive background. Like, when you sit down and be quiet, you know, you're getting popped, like pop. Those type things I will tune out. Like, as a child, I did.
Okay.
I didn't like it. My brothers and my sister, I was the baby, but my brothers and sisters, you know, it didn't faze them. They were okay with it, but it just made me angry.
But what I'm asking you,
I will say, in my mother's defense, at 12, she finally was like, okay, how can I get it through it? I was like, just talk. Like, just talk. Don't hit me. And that's what we did from that point on.
But hold on. What I'm asking you, and I'm for real, I'm asking you.
Okay.
Before you started intentionally doing things that you knew you had no business doing. Your mama had never talked to you about them. So how did you know that you had no business doing those things?
Because it was a hitting environment. It was a hitting environment. Say, for instance, you go home, your first report, and it was like, did you do? And it was like, no, this what happened. Pop. And it's like, now you done lost me. So regardless of what you say to me, this is me. I'm speaking of me. Regardless of what you say to me, I'm tuned out. Tuned out. Now I'm angry. Like I'm not listening.
Hold on. No,
I'm not listening to you. So yes, you have told me, but am I listening? No.
Hold on. Alethea, I understand what you're saying there. I'm going to ask this one last time, and I want you to try to hear what I'm asking. And if your answer is still the same, then the answer is still the same. I'll be honest, I don't believe your answer. I don't think you're hearing what I'm asking.
You know, I think people compare their backgrounds to other people, like you said. You didn't become violent.
Let me get the
you
question
didn't become
out.
aggressive.
Alethea.
What I'm telling you is what I'm telling you. My household.
Oh, my God. Alethea.
Was hands-on. Yes, sir.
Let me get the... I see why your mama just was whooping you, because your ass don't listen. I'm asking...
Well, I do. I do.
I ain't never whooped you. I ain't never whooped you, and you won't listen to the question that I got to ask. I ain't whooped you not one time ever.
I whooped you 3 times. I thought that was fair to say. I'm going to stick with the same answer.
So, again, now listen to the question.
Okay, go ahead.
How did you know right from wrong? Are you saying to me no one in your life ever told you right from wrong when they wasn't hitting you? Ever?
Yes. Somebody did, and it was my pastor. He was not a hands-on pastor, and I finally started getting it. That's why I'm as patient and calm as I am today. It was a man that actually did that for me.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay. Then I'll take your word for it. When you was born and you was crying and your mama just smacked you, stop crying, because she never talked to you.
You see how you just took it to a different level?
When you were 5, and you didn't eat something she told you to eat, she didn't say, baby, I need you to eat some vegetables. She just smacked you and said, eat them vegetables. When she never talked to you without a whooping, ever. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling you there was some type of violence, whether raising your voice, whether becoming aggressive, using vulgar language, like all of it made me upset. I don't know why it's so...
That's terrible.
Awkward for you to understand, but you come from maybe a different background.
That is difficult for me to accept, but if you say it's true, then I'll accept it's true.
So it sounds odd to you.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Your mama never said to you, your mama, it sounds odd to me that your mama never said to you, Alethea, don't go out there acting no fool. And then you went out and acted a fool.
Listen, can I finish that out? If you go out there acting a fool, I'm going to kick your ass.
I'm okay with that. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm giving you fair warning. Giving you fair warning. Don't go out there acting no fool. You know what acting a fool means, right? You knew what acting a fool was, right?
You know, parents are bullies. Sometimes parents can be ultimate bullies. They can. And y'all think, and I'm going to tell y'all, because it sounds like it's so hard for you to grasp that women, the way that they talk to their children sometimes, like even going to a grocery store, you better not put your hands on shit, I'm going to fuck you up. You know, like, you gave me the speech, I just wasn't the child to talk to like that. Like, of course I'm going to go in here and do the opposite because of what, right. Like, I'm telling you, some children you cannot threaten, put your hands on, become aggressive. If you talk to me like this, I am fine. And I'm telling you, it worked since 12. It took a man to go to my parents and say,
it don't even work
let's
on this
try
show.
this way.
It don't work on this show. I be calm as heck to you, and you just be going and going and going and going.
Oh, no, you don't. I think you're very, argumentative, and sometimes you take your tone up.
Hold on, how many times?
It just...
See, even right. How many times did I say to you, hold on, let me ask you the question. Let me ask you the question. Let me ask you the question. And you wouldn't stop. You just wouldn't stop. You wouldn't even let me. I wasn't screaming
Because
at you.
you
I was
are
saying
taking what
very
I'm giving
calmly.
you and saying, this is hard to believe. And I'm like, why would you say that? Like, to me, you're being awkward. As an adult, if you ask me a question, I'm going to give you the answer. What the hell am I lie about childhood trauma for? Like, I'm commenting on it because what I seen was today's time, you can't do that to your child. You can't do it to somebody else's child. It's just what you saw in Chicago, that's what happens. When those kids start going out using that very same language, pulling hair, cussing out parents, cussing out other kids, that's what happens. And I'm telling you, this didn't just start today. This happened years ago. I grew up, born in 77. It's like that type of parenting is not okay. Even though you feel like, oh, I came out great. My brother is fine. I got whooped. At least he got jeans on. But look what people were getting whooped with: extension cords, leather belts, what is it called? Switches. They will braid them, let them dry up. Like, that is not okay to do to your child. I've even seen videos with closed fists. You just saw another guy smack his kid on camera. Like, you cannot take this action with children and think you're going to have this result of he's going to be obedient, like he's going to really listen. No, they're going to hate you, and then when they get big enough, they're going to square up with you, and it's going to be a bigger problem. I'm telling you. So while you feel like it's odd, I'm telling you, this aggression is not okay. It's not okay.
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 Anything else you got?
You got something else?
I'll wait till you're not on the line to say it.
Is it gonna be smart, Alec, or?
No, it's gonna be wise and true.
Oh, your truth.
No, true truth.
So you're in agreement with what you saw of today, like of being whooped like that?
Depending on the situation, yes.
Did you see your comments? Stop, sweetheart. Did you see your comments in the comment section of every adult was like, oh my gosh, I've been abused? Do you understand
I think
the amount of grown adults just recognize like, oh, that was abuse?
What I think you were seeing is that a lot of people were acknowledging that they got those kind of whoopings, and that while they weren't pleasant, because they're not meant to be pleasant, that
right.
if that's this is what people were saying. If that's abuse worthy of going to jail, then my parents should have gone to jail because I received that same type of discipline from time to time. They weren't coming to the realization that I'm an abused person. They were coming to the realization that we got that same thing. It wasn't that bad. It was.
Do you know what I saw?
It was being facetious.
And this is
they
true.
were being facetious.
Is that it's so normal to them that they really, of course we're joking because we're grown and we're past all that, but they really like, oh my gosh, that's abuse. Oh my gosh, is that abuse? And anybody else will see it and like, yes, that's abuse. But us, we're like, oh, that happened to us many times. So it's just normal to us. It's normal, but it's not really normal behavior. That's not what you do to a child.
All right. Well, apparently you don't talk to them either. So you
said I don't what?
Apparently you don't talk to them either. You just let them do whatever they gonna do.
No, you can talk. I think you'll get further talking to a child.
Well, I don't know. You said that your mama told you not to go out there acting up.
Not aggressive. You can't
she was gonna beat that ass, and you went out there and acted up anyway.
For me,
so talking,
I agree with you when you said every child is different.
Talking to you didn't work, and beating your ass didn't work.
No, but you know what? It helped my parent become a better parent. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It helped my parent become a better parent, where she observed that this is not working for her. So she tried a different method, and it actually worked.
All right.
All righty. Have a good night.
You do the same. All right, that was Alethea. And look, sometimes you can talk to a child, and some children will just listen. Sometimes you talk to them and they don't listen, then you threaten them, and then they'll listen. Some kids you talk to them and they'll listen, but you know, other ones you talk to them, they won't listen. You talk to them, you threaten them, they won't listen, and then you have to follow through. And then they'll listen. Some kids, you talk to them, they don't listen. You threaten them, they don't listen. You follow through and you know, do some sort of punishment, and they still don't listen. Ron.
What's up, E? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on with you, Ron?
Shit, I got my ass whooped. I got my ass whooped. I remember first time we was playing softball. I stayed on William Howard Taft and shit. And we was playing Nassau over at the motherfucking field in Warner Hills for we was playing for a couple of cases of 40s. I don't know what happened. All I remember is they...
Wait, hold on. Wait. How old were you?
16.
Hold on, you were 16. Wait, you were 16 playing baseball for 40s?
We was just betting, you know this. Play football, you know, Nassau play Warner Hills and all that type thing, or Lower Holmes play Lincoln Courts, all that kind of thing. You ain't play football like that?
No, we didn't play football betting for 40s.
No softball?
No, I never bet.
Everybody put up $10, $20?
No, we just played for fun and to be rough.
Well, I guess I was hanging with the wrong cats. But anyway.
All right, but go ahead. Your story. You was playing football, betting for 40s, and your mama found it.
That was the first time I had ever drank.
I find that hard.
In the store, we used to get our beer from Mayo's on Woodburn. You know what I'm saying? This store called Mayo's, and right across the street from the laundromat. And hey man, they dropped me off, rung the doorbell, got in the car and left me. So I don't know how I got upstairs, but I'm talking smack. I'm talking cash money. Mama like, boy, you know what I'm saying? She give me the lecture. I don't even remember. All I remember, I made eye contact with her. I had a shovel that my granddaddy gave me because I was shoveling the snow in the winter. You know what I'm saying? You know, we used to do that. I looked at her. I said, I know you ain't. Boy, all I remember was a flash, like, bing, straight across the top. She ain't cut me or nothing, but I couldn't believe that. Boy, I ran downstairs at 1719 William Howard Taft, bruh. I said, she done lost it. I straightened it up after that. I'm telling you. I'll never forget that day, boy. I don't understand motherfuckers say they ain't got their ass whooped. The extension cord, or you get hit right in the middle of your back where you can't reach it. You squirming and everything. Yeah, I don't understand that. I never whooped my kids like that.
I'll be honest, I don't understand your story. I don't know the moral of the story. I don't understand the story that you just told us.
We got our ass whooped.
That wasn't no whooping.
Yeah, it was. I was like 16.
That wasn't no whooping. What did she hit you with?
A shovel.
Your mama hit you over the top of your head with a shovel when you was 16. Bro, that's not a whooping.
She ain't try to kill me or no shit like that.
But, bro, I'm not saying it's right, wrong, whatever. But that ain't no whooping, though.
I was talking shit. I had to be talking cash money.
You don't even know what you was doing. You say you was toe up drunk. So you might have the whole story wrong.
I had to do something.
but you don't know what you did.
It don't make. I'm going to ask her tomorrow. I took her some chicken yesterday. Took her some Popeyes, some mashed potatoes and all that. I'm going to ask her tomorrow. I might call her tonight when I get off the phone.
Yeah, just call and find out what you did at the very least, and then find out what she did. You was too drunk, bro. You don't even remember the story.
I remember I got roughed up because Uncle T came over there and he had me in the Alibaba, so I had to be talking shit.
Huh,
I had to be talking shit.
He had you in the what?
The Alibaba. He had me yoked up. I was stressed out. I couldn't move for nothing. You know, Taekwondo, all that. Yoked me up. I had to be talking shit.
Just so you know, I think your story is a story about something different. Your story is not a story about a parent disciplining their child, you know, corporal punishment. Your story is a story about a wayward alcoholic teen with no sense who don't remember what happened. That's not the same conversation.
I remember the flash. I remember looking at her eyes, and I said, lady, I know you ain't. And that probably what triggered that. Bink. Next thing I know, Uncle T over there got me hemmed up. I can't move. I can't do nothing. 17, 19, William Howard Taft, 1989. Apartment 1. I never forget it. I straightened up after that. So, no.
All right.
We got our ass whooped. We sure got our. I can't understand. I ain't never whooped my kids like that.
Well, I hope you never hit your kids over the head with a shovel.
Nah. They got 10 smacks on the ass with the hand.
At 16?
That was. Nah, I ain't have to whoop my son when he was 16.
Oh,
nah.
okay. That's what I'm saying. Your story is all over the place. I'm trying to follow it, and
when we was 16, man, it was different.
What was different?
We got our ass whooped.
No. Well, hold
That
on.
was
Let me
my
take
last
that back.
ass whooping by my mama. 16.
Again,
that was the last one.
That was not an ass whooping. That was not an ass whooping. My mama, on the other hand, did try to whoop me when I was 16. And she was giving it all she had with that belt, and I was just looking at her, and I couldn't do nothing because it was my mama, and I respected her like that. But I remember her looking at me, and I remember while she was trying to hit me.
Yeah, that look. Yeah.
Can I get the rest of my story?
Go ahead.
And
yes, sir.
I remember our eyes locking while she was swinging that belt, and I was just standing there, like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even really reacting, and our eyes locked, and I think it clicked to her, like, he's past whooping. Like, whooping ain't gonna, and she just stopped. And she went on upstairs. And then later she came down, and we had a conversation, and she told me, you know what I'm saying, you was wrong for doing that. And then I explained to her, Mama, I wasn't wrong, and you never listened to me when
you still talking shit. Evidently, that ain't what went down.
Hold on. Can I?
I got yoked up.
Again, can I finish
go
my
ahead.
story? And I explained to her that you don't listen to me when I'm trying to give you my side of the story, so you don't actually know what happened yet. And she stopped and she listened to me. And she said, I didn't know that. And I'm like, that's because you didn't listen. You always take whoever else's side of the story. And that's the last whooping that I ever got. And that's the last real trouble I ever got into with my mama, because we were able to sit down and have that conversation. And I think she never said this. I think she examined the way that she dealt with me and thought about it like, I really don't listen to his side of the story. I take whoever else's side of the story is there and just assume that they're telling me the truth. So, but that was the only whooping that I remember at 16, and, you know, it was not effective.
Well, your circumstance and mine, I was off of that old gold tripping. I had to say something. I had to do something. And I was straight after that. I'm gonna ask her tomorrow.
All right.
I might call after this, but
All right.
I'm
Well,
gonna ask him.
yeah,
And I know
Find out, because you was drunk. You don't
I
really know
did.
what happened.
Mayo selling 16-year-olds. Let me stop. I ain't gonna say nothing. All right.
All right. Thank you, Ron.
One. Smoke more for the nation. Appreciate you.
All right. All right. That was Ron. Yeah, he didn't get no whooping. That's not what we was talking about. Melinda says, you're right, Emanuel. That's how it was with my boys. Once they got older and they just stared at me and just let me whoop them, then no more whoopings. Yeah. For real, I remember that. That's one of those moments that I remember. Because in all honesty, I remember feeling bad for my mama. I was really angry. But I remember feeling bad for her because, at least in my mind, in that moment, she realized I can't exert this type of authority over him anymore. It doesn't work. And I felt bad for her. Maybe I felt a little bad for me too. Like, in my 16-year-old mind, I've outgrown my mama. Like, whooping don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? I've outgrown her. And maybe I felt a little bad for me too, because I felt, I'm no longer this little kid, which was good and bad, because, I love my mama. But yeah, you got to know your kids. But again, for me, and for those of y'all who missed it, at the top of the show, there was a lady who whooped her child for 14 seconds. That was the length of the whooping, 14 seconds. She's in jail, or she went to jail. She was arrested. They said it was abuse. And you got all these people talking about whooping kids make them violent. Whooping kids make them this. I think being violent makes them violent. You know what I'm saying? Having that mentality, a violent mentality, makes them violent. So we'll say, now by that time I wouldn't have let her, Lamont, trying to throw some jabs in there and talking about, you didn't want that wrench across your lips again. The wrench thing happened when I was little. I don't think I would have allowed that to happen when I was older. I wouldn't have allowed that to happen when I was older. And I don't consider that a whooping. But we'll tell parents not to discipline their child, and at the same time complain because apparently all of the kids are so undisciplined and they don't listen and they do whatever they want to do. So on one hand, hey parents, don't be whooping your kids. Don't raise your voice at them. Definitely don't cuss at them. On the other hand, well, these kids out here crazy. The parents need to do better. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying whooping. Of course, I'm not saying whooping is the only way to discipline your children. I'm not saying that was the only way, but it is a way. You see a cop with a teenager saying, put your hands behind your back, punching them in the face, kneeing them in the ribs and in the face. We see that, and we say, well, he should have put his hands behind his back. It's okay for police to sock your kids in the face, spray them with pepper spray, tase them, beat them with nightsticks, knee them in the face, but it's wrong for parents to take a belt and hit their kid on their behind. Explain that to me. Parents are wrong to take a belt and whoop their kid on the behind, but The kid is wrong when the police had to pepper spray him, punch him in the face, tase him, beat him with a nightstick. Either empower the parents over the police to raise and discipline children, and then maybe y'all won't be out here complaining about how bad all the kids are. Which, by the way, the overwhelming majority of kids are not bad. Dante.
What's happening, brother?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, that was mild. That was mild, man. That was mild.
I agree. I actually do agree with that.
Yeah, that was mild, man. Like me, I was the youngest, right? I got an older sister and an older brother. Man, I watched them get whooping so much. I think my whole childhood, I maybe got 3 whoopings in my life because I watched what my mom did to my sister and my brother, and it fucking terrified me. I used to think she was crazy, so I wasn't no part of that. Because I used to look at her like, is this the same lady that just made me that grilled cheese? She's out of her fucking mind. But yeah, it worked for me. Like you said, I never became the kid that felt like, bullying or I couldn't deal with. Every whooping that I got taught me the lesson, I'll never do that again. Like one whooping I got. So we were coming home from the Regal Theater watching karate movies. Like me and my cousin and probably 5 of us. So we would take people garbage can lids and we would smash aluminum cans and throw them like ninja stars, right? So I smashed this can, man. I plugged it like a ninja star, man. Cut my cousin across the eye. Oh man, we were trying to stop the bleeding. We were trying to stop the bleeding bad, man. I just think I grew up on 13th and Pendleton. We were down by the Lincoln Court. So by the time we got home, man, we all took our shirts off. All our shirts are bloody. We holding on his head. Man, they asked what happened? Man, I couldn't even with that can with a ninja star. Man, I'm on my beat. Man, look, man, it was worse than that. It was way worse than that, but that was mild, man. And like I said, every time it taught me to not do that again. I never felt abused. I felt kind of like I deserved it. I knew better. And I did it anyway, so, yeah.
Right. That's of course, that's what I'm saying. If you know better, and your parents know that you know better, they done talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Very rarely was the first instinct when you did wrong, the first time to whoop you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't do that no more. You knew it.
In most cases, even with my friends and my cousins and everything, in most cases, like the one lady said, it was a build-up. Stop it. And I told you, I'm going to beat your ass. Stop it. And then finally, okay, here we go.
Right.
We about to dance. But But I never, it never made me aggressive or nothing like that. It taught me, damn, I shouldn't have been doing that. But yeah. So, hey, I got to ask a question. Do you remember, so you say you grew up around Vine Street, right?
Yes.
Do you remember a guy up there named Brian West?
Yeah, Bucky. Yeah, I remember Brian.
Yeah, Bucky. Look, check this out. Look, real quick. I'm going to let you go. So, one night, this is the one whooping I remember. So, it's my mom used to look at him, right? A couple other guys, like Richard Miller. My mom used to look at them stay the fuck away from them kids. So, me, I wanted to be cool. I'm with him anyway. So, one night, it was right before Halloween. Remember Soap Night?
Mm-hmm.
So we out Soap Night, right? We coming down through St. Bernard, coming down Vine. Right at Vine and Mitchell, we at this lady house. She had a Cadillac. I'll never forget this. We had soap, man. We scrubbing on her windows with the soap, man. Her sons come home. They're Cincinnati police officers, and they're in the car. They're in a police car. Man, they hit the sirens on us, man. I froze, man. So the only person to get caught was me and 2 of my cousins. So the lady called. I told her, I said, I don't care what you do. I take me to jail. You're not calling my mama. It's over. I don't care what you do. Finally, my cousin snitched. Long story short, we get home, right? I tell the cop, I said, man, why'd you call her? Why'd you bring me home? Apparently, they already talked to my mom. My mom was sitting on the porch. She stood up. She told the cops, she said, you don't have to walk him over here. She like, bring your ass here, man. I took off running, man. She told the cop, hey, man, she told the cop, she said, no, don't chase him. Don't chase him. He'll be back. Oh, man, that was the worst. That was the worst whooping ever, man. We had to clean that lady car and rake her leaves for like every weekend for like a month or so.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah, my mom told me though, but it was something about Brian West, man. She looked at him like, "You stay the fuck away from that little boy."
Now, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned Brian West. You mentioned Richard Miller.
Yeah.
You know Michael Martin?
Yeah, I know all them, man.
Okay.
Little Mikey, all them, yeah.
Okay, yeah, them was the dudes I used to hang with growing up. Yeah.
Man, my mama told me. I don't know what it was about Brian, man. My mom was like, "You stay the fuck away from that little." as soon as she go to work, I'm right with him. We up at the record store breakdancing and shit. So, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that was the days though. But yeah, that was mild though, man. That was a mild whooping. I would have accepted that too.
Yeah, I would have. If I elect, you can get what you normally get, or you can get what that kid got.
I'll take that every time, man. I'll take that every time.
Every time.
Man. All right, have a good one, brother.
All right, Dante.
All right, later.
All right, I didn't know Dante knew those people. Interesting. And it's as they say, it's Cincinnati. It's a small city. But yeah, Yo Underwood say, so you used to hang with Bucky. I grew up with them. When I say I grew up with them, I grew up with them. Shoot. What else? I told y'all this was gonna be a short show. I'm really about to get ready to get out of here. But no, I mean to I guess put a fine point, wrap it up. Oh, hold on. James.
E-Man.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
Not much.
Okay, I'm going to have to agree with you and the other guy who just called.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get whooped like that all the time. And I would prefer the way the young kid got it over where my mom. My mother would whip us with extension cords, Pete Rose bat. I mean, the older we got, whatever she picked up, that's what she hit us with. So I don't understand this. And it never made me violent. It made me not want to get in trouble again.
Right.
Because when my mother got tired of hitting us, she would call my father. And that was a different set of problems. So this notion that, oh, that's abuse. Come on, man. That's not abuse. That's a butt whooping.
Yeah, that's all that
Old
was.
school.
That's all that was.
Old school.
And I'll be honest. I don't understand. And I'm not saying that it's not a real thing. But I don't understand the people who's, a whooping made you violent. Getting whoopings made you start beating women and all of that kind of stuff. I don't understand. I'm not saying that it can't be true. But I don't know anybody who, at the very least, can put together the idea that, I got, because if that was the case, how could you look at all of the people who got whoopings and didn't become abusive or didn't become violent? If whoopings make people violent, then it should be a whole lot more violent people. So I don't understand how they're putting that together.
Honestly, we grew up in Wooden Terrace. Well, they had 5 kids. So in order to keep 5 kids from not out there doing that type of stuff, she laid down the hammer. It's as simple as that. And she told us, "You rather me whoop you here than they take you somewhere." And we agreed.
Yeah.
So once I got like, what, 10 or 12, I stopped getting in trouble. Because do you remember those Pete Rose bats that they gave away? Those little small 12-inch?
No, I don't.
They were like red bats.
Huh. I,
They were like 12 inches.
I don't. I was
About,
never. I might have even heard of them, but I was never a Pete Rose fan. So I
I
would.
wasn't a Pete Rose fan. They just, they just had them. My mother would whoop us with that.
That
She wouldn't
feels
hit us in
successful.
the head or anything, but she cut them arms and legs up, and would make us go to school like that. And if the teacher said something, she'd be like, "I wish you would have called me and questioned me over this." So I don't get that. And the dude had on jeans, and it lasted 15 seconds.
Right.
That wasn't nothing, man.
Right.
And what was he crying? I didn't hear him cry.
I heard him crying. He was crying. I don't want to
Okay.
say that he was overdoing it, because I remember being in the middle of a whooping, and even if it don't hurt a whole lot, it don't feel good for sure. And crying is a natural response. He was crying.
Okay, the one time I caught myself not crying, that's when my mother picked up the extension cord and was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna cry? Oh, okay. I'm gonna hit you harder." And again, when I graduated from the extension cord to the Pete Rose bat, I knew then it was a wrap for me. Like, okay, she is serious. Like, I don't ever want to get in trouble. And it's funny. The one night she hit me with that, it was one of the best nights and the worst nights, because I was at this party and had the time of my life, but stayed too long and was walking home, and I saw my mother and my sister coming down the street, and I was like, uh-oh. And my sister was like, "Oh, she's going to kill you when you get home." I was like, damn. And I told my sister, I was like, damn, this is a good night. It's about to be hell. So, yes, I remember those days. Oh, man. I'm glad I never had to whoop my kids, because I don't have kids, so. But, man, these people are soft, really soft. And I'm assuming I won't hear about your experience at cable.
Yes, you will.
Can I ask you just one personal
Sure.
question?
Sure.
Did you pay that out of pocket?
Yes.
Damn. Wow. Okay.
It's not,
Man.
they do payment plans.
Yeah, but ain't that like 10 grand?
They do payment plans. You ain't got to walk up there with 10 grand cash. Here's my money. Give me an education. They do payment plans.
Well, I told you I was going to enroll in there, and I walked up with cash, and they tried to tax me, and it was another 18%.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And
Yeah,
it was 18% more because they wanted me to get some type of funding through whatever program they are associated with. And I didn't qualify. So they kind of upped the price on me. And that was the reason I was like, no, I'm just going to stick to what I'm in.
Okay.
But I would still like to at least revisit that, because I would like to do that.
Well, I enjoyed the program. I thought it was a very good program. I thought it was actually quite comprehensive in terms of what they're training you for. Of course, they can't teach you everything about everything, but giving you the basics and some advanced knowledge. I thought it was a very good program. I thought that my instructor was an absolutely amazing instructor. Like, I mean, he was a heck of an instructor, and I feel like I learned a whole lot from them. And of course, I haven't, which is kind of why I was like, well, I'll let you know. Because once I get into this job, if I get in there and then I learn, like, bro, you didn't learn nothing, nothing that you need to know for the actual industry, then I'll be like, okay, it wasn't that great, even though I'm certain that that won't be the case. But if I get in there and then I'm like, I know all of this stuff y'all trying to train me to do, and training is just a whiz and or a breeze, and then I get in there and I'm a superstar and all that kind of stuff, then I'll be like, hey, cable is the ish, but I want to kind of wait till I get some real world experience, and then I can look back and assess the value of the education a little better.
Okay. Well, I'm waiting on to hear the experience because I don't want to. Well, out here, I think it'll be a different program out here because I don't think they have cable academy out here.
Okay.
And did you take those classes at what is it called? Oak School?
No. It was out in Blue Ash.
I think that's it. I'm not sure if it's it or not. But I'll check. And two more things. So you don't want to be workout partner.
How we gonna be workout partners? You in the other part of the country.
It's a young lady that work out at our complex that she Zooms her friend, and they work out together. They do it every day from 4:30 to 5:45.
Well, we have to touch base on that. That's possible. That's possible.
I'll just give you a hard time.
Oh, all
I'll
right.
just give you a hard time. But I get it, man. If you don't want to be my friend, I understand. I understand. Now that you got your education and all that, you don't want to mess with us young people. I get it, man. I'm cool. I'm not hurt.
All right. I appreciate
right, man.
you, James.
87.
87. All right. That was James. Tanika say, what happened to your 1 hour show? I don't know. I do have to get out of here. But Black Lion wanted me to read his recounting of his last whooping. Hold on. Black Lion say, my last whooping, I had just turned 17. Caller.
Hey, what's going on, E-Man? This is Brent.
Hey, Brent, let me read Black Lion's message first, all right? Give me a
Yes,
second.
sir.
He said, I had just turned 17, and my mama found out I had car keys made and had been taking the car for the past 2 years. He had been going to Mr. Kelly's from 2 to 6 Friday and Saturday nights. He say she realized all the scrapes and dings on the car was him. She punched him in the jaw about 20 times while she was going off on him. He said he thought he could take those little punk ass punches, but by the 16th one, it started setting in, and the last punch she slid down the wall and peed on herself. Oh my goodness. That is not a whooping. We have different definitions of what a whooping is. Getting socked in the jaw over and over is not a whooping, Black Lion. That is not a whooping.
Damn.
Brent.
Damn. I'm glad I didn't have Black Lions or Ron's mama. Damn.
Oh.
But the stories are funny, and I'm glad they were able to share with it. They can look back and laugh. But damn. When he said his mom hit him in the head with a shovel, the only thing I can think of, Mick Foley getting smashed in the head, knocked into the grave at a buried alive match.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. But speaking of that shovel, Ron, when you talk to your mom about, the full details of that, can I borrow that shovel so I can take a road trip up to the greater Northwest so I can find this James character? Folks been lighting me up about him on the comments. Y'all crazy.
Y'all do sound a little bit alike, yes.
Oh, man. Look, maybe if I talk slow like Pharaoh, we would sound more the same. But we do sound a lot alike, I admit that. But that's what makes it even more funny. Oh man, what's I about to? Okay, talk about that. Yeah, whoopings is. I know it can be subjective, but what that lady did to that boy, just had him lay over and hit him in the butt with the belt. Maybe a couple of them may have slid to the thighs, which when it goes to the thighs, it makes you get that little jump. And a couple may have hit the back, but it wasn't nothing. Fully clothed. I agree with you. Definitely there. But yeah, shovels and and a straight right cross. Yeah, that may be borderline abuse. Well, I've heard people, get beat with extension cords, and nah. So, yeah, mom kept us in line when necessary, and grandma and dad and whoever, look, where we grew up, wherever you acted up, whoever was there, that was family, not just any old random person from the neighborhood. The random person, you ain't putting your hands on us, or you gonna catch it. But if it's family, yeah, you got that right to show out, get woe out was a scenario. But it was always belts and maybe an orange Hot Wheels racing track. So yeah, when I saw those still being sold, it did give me some flashbacks. But like I said, most of them I deserved.
I got belts, and I got a switch once, and of course a good 2x4 one time. But
you got Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
yes, I did actually. Yeah, I told y'all that story. That's when my daddy stepped on my head with them hard bottom shoes, because I wasn't gonna just lay there and take a whooping that I didn't deserve. But for the most part, and look, I'm not sitting here saying I got a whooping every day. I didn't get a lot of whoopings, but the ones that I got were quite memorable, and they were enough to make me not want to do wrong. So, most of the times, the stuff that I got whoopings for was, stuff that I knew I didn't have no business doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I knew when they weren't friends, but I knew folks at school who would cuss their mama out, never got whoopings, and them jokers wound up being the most violent in jail. So I would have to see some data.
Yes.
And not just a few, few outliers and everything to say, well, he got whooped and he did violent crime. What are all of the other circumstances surrounding that? So, but I can understand.
And I do.
But yeah.
I do wonder what that lady was whooping that kid for. What was... He was getting a whooping. He did something in the neighborhood, I believe, that had something to do with police. And she just wasn't going to put up with it. And it was one of those things where I'm going to get you before the police had to get you when you get out there in the streets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I forgot who was that who said, don't let me... take me, don't call my mama. Yeah, that was the case with me. If I was out doing something, take me to jail. Do not take me and tell my mama. It wasn't going to be pretty. It wasn't going to be pretty. But have you seen the creative ways that some parents, some of us Gen X parents are disciplining our children? Have you seen the Drew Hill Tell Me?
Yes, I have.
Jumps?
Yes, I have. I think that is hilarious and maybe effective. I don't know.
Man, why didn't they have that when we were kids? Because I'd have much rather did that.
I don't know. Now
I'd have been jumping high like Cisco.
Now I did see one of them where I felt like it wasn't necessary, and dude just wanted to record himself singing Drew Hill. But other than that, I think the Drew Hills are hilarious.
Yes, they are. Oh, and one last thing. TV, you've talked about it before, and I had forgot about it, but you're looking for a horror TV series and things like that. I don't have any of those for you, but I got one TV series that you can watch, and the other ones don't even bother watching.
Okay.
The one to watch is called Damascus. That's Demascus or something like that, but not with a DA.
All right.
But it has Aunt Viv as a therapist. And it has a black dude in there, and he, going through therapy, and they put on this headset, and he lives alternative, almost like multiverse lives. But the first episode had as his uncle Martin, and that first episode was hilarious. But you might want to check that out. I think it's like 6 episodes. It's on Tubi, but it is not a Tubi movie. I repeat, it's not Tubi.
I've never watched anything on Tubi. I don't even know how to get Tubi.
Yeah.
But you said that this is a horror series?
No, it's not a horror series. Neither one of these are horror series. These are just comedies.
Okay.
Somewhat of a drama. But it's a Paramount series that got shelved when they had a merger, and then Tubi picked it up. So that's the only reason. It's not one of them crazy ones where I saw one where a dude slapped a woman, but it was so slow and wasn't a real slap. It was almost like Dolomite level slap and acting. That was definitely not there. But the series that you shouldn't even bother watching, and I'm sad to say it, is a series called Crutch. It's about it's a Tracy Morgan comedy.
I've seen previews for that. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. It is horrible. It is like it. They're not letting Tracy Morgan be Tracy Morgan. When you just let him be himself, he is absolutely hilarious. But
now I don't think Tracy Morgan is funny at all.
Oh, him as Hustle Man and everything else, to me is so hilarious.
I don't think Tracy Morgan is funny. I'm not saying he's funny to you. Different people have different tastes, but nothing that Tracy Morgan does is funny to me.
Did you see The Last OG where he was an ex-con?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was him. It was Tiffany Haddish. Oh goodness, 227. The cop on. Oh goodness, what was that? Oh, the Wayans brothers. I can't think of her name for what it is. But she's in there as his mom, and it was actually pretty good. It was a comedy drama type deal.
Yeah, nothing about that sounds good. You're talking about Tracy Morgan, who I don't think is funny. Tiffany Haddish, who I don't think is funny. And you're talking about the chick from Amen, who was the married to the pastor.
Horsford, Marie Horsford or something like that.
Yeah,
Anna Marie.
You're not making that is not making me want to watch anything.
And it has J.B. Smoove in it as his mama's younger boyfriend, live-in boyfriend. Which to me, J.B. Smoove is funny too.
Okay.
But the Crutch series was a spinoff, I guess, of The Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer, which I just don't like him, his character he plays in that. But something like that. But basically it is, they'd say a line and then you have the laugh track. And someone else will say a line and then there's a laugh track. And it was just like, oh my goodness, I was like, let me get through the whole episode. Maybe it's going to improve. But that one episode did it for me. So, but if you want to check out Crutch, I think is it on Paramount Plus?
It's on one of the streaming things that I got, but I had no intention of watching it because, again, I don't think Tracy Morgan is funny.
But I didn't like it at all. But them waves, though, I'm still jealous about them waves. His waves is hitting, and he's got to be pushing 50. So being follically challenged, every time I say, I'm like, you dirty. Oh, well.
I never could get the willy, so, it is what it is.
But that's all I had. Hey, you have a good one, and congratulations. How much did you say it was for the Cable Academy? I missed that.
I didn't say how much it was. I want to say it was right around the $8,000 mark.
Okay, not bad. You can get that back.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad at all. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, and my bad for asking. I thought you had asked, and I just wasn't paying attention.
That's all right.
Didn't pay attention.
That's all right.
All right. That's it. You have a good one.
All right. You do the same.
47.
47? All right. Yeah, I'm not a big Tracy Morgan fan. He's done one or, like maybe one character or something. In Martin, I might have chuckled. But other than that, I can't think. And this ain't Tracy Morgan hate, just his style doesn't appeal to me. So this ain't Tracy Morgan hate. I'm not against Tracy Morgan. It's just, he's not funny to me. Tiffany Haddish, not funny to me. It's not Tiffany Haddish hate. She's just not funny to me. Kevin Hart used to be funny. And I'm gonna, because, he got a new special coming out. So I'm gonna check out his new special. Last one, I don't even think I chuckled one time. I don't even think I chuckled once. The last special of his that I saw. So we'll see. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. But yeah, a lot of those, they just don't necessarily appeal to me. CK?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Hey, man, the show he was telling you about, starring Stephanie Hafish and what's Tracy Morgan?
Mm-hmm.
That is an excellent show. I concur. Is that Brent Beard?
Yes.
That man, listen. And then when you made the statement that you never find Tracy Morgan funny ever, I like that. I like that because I'm a huge fan of his.
I said I might have chuckled at one, maybe two things he did on Martin, but other than that, no.
Okay, yes, and the Crutch, I wasn't sure about that, and but you said you did watch Fight Night starring Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Hart.
I watched it, yeah.
And what was your review of that, sir?
It was decent. I mean, it was decent. I wouldn't say it was great because of Kevin Hart, but it was decent.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, you think he held back from how great it could have been? He's the same to me, and I've not watched him any of his serious acting stuff because I know he's tried some serious acting, and I didn't watch any of that. But to me, when he's doing comedy, he's really doing the kind of the same character. You take that exact same character out of what was it? Think Like a Man, and you put that in now this, and then it's the same character in, whatever the next movie is, and then you put him in there with The Rock. What was that, CIA or something? Take that same character and put it in there. All right, you put him in what's the game movie that he's in? Again with The Rock and the one that Jumanji. You take Kevin Hart and put him in. It's the same character from Think Like a Man, just now he's in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? It's the same character over and over, and it just doesn't do anything for me. Similar to Ice Cube.
Same character.
Every time you watch Ice Cube, it's the same.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was talking about when you put Kevin Hart in the movie with Ice Cube. To me, he was playing the same character just now. Hey, that character is a wannabe cop. It's the same character. Take him out the jungle, put him with Ice Cube. All right, take him away from Ice Cube, put him with The Rock. All right, take him out with The Rock and put him with Will Ferrell. All right, it's the same character over and over again. Like his comedic acting range is not great.
I don't like this, what you do. But I would just say Ice Cube is the same. He gets the same complaint from his fans. They say the same thing what you said about Hart, about Cube. Even in his new movie about the computer world going down. Right. So I want to know, do you think the Cube has the same problem in his movies? Do you see the same exact, do you have the same complaint with O'Shea Jackson, Ice Cube?
I had to be honest, I don't watch a lot of his stuff. The stuff that I've watched, when I think about it, yeah, it's pretty much the same character. Yeah, pretty much.
And that's what I want you to understand, sir. That is the beauty. When they see you, they be like, I want Emanuel Livingston to play this role. Because of that character. Because you play Cuddy so well, I need a guy like Cuddy. So everybody is writing you into their script, sir. Because you're such a great actor. He's seriously funny. That's who the man is, Kevin Hart. He's seriously funny. So that's why his acting chops is good when he's in dramatic roles. Like Fight Night and Fatherhood. So when he's funny, it's kind of serious with it. Did you notice that? Because he's not really... I noticed he keeps a serious demeanor while he's joking. Did you notice that?
What are you talking about?
He does it, you know how people be like, he makes jokes like this. So what the hell wrong with you? Say what you tell us, boy. So his whole thing is serious. He doesn't have a humorous type of yeah, like a Pee Wee Herman. He keeps it like a snarl, kind of like the Ice Cube once again.
I don't.
You didn't see
I don't know what you're talking about.
the seriously funny. That's his concept.
But I'm saying I just perceive him. I mean, even when he do his commercials, he doing the exact same character. You know what I'm saying? And look, people like that, and so he keeps doing it. And like you said, they keep hiring him to do that same character. He might go in there and switch it up a little bit, and they like, no, we want the same guy from Think Like a Man. And he like, damn, I gotta be that guy again. And then okay, now you about to do the commercial with what's his name with Steph Curry. Now you about to do a commercial with Steph Curry, and he tried to do it different. No, we want the same dude from Think Like a Man, and just Think Like a Man dude is with Steph Curry, you know. So maybe he do try to switch it up, and that's not what they want.
And I'm trying to let you know, if we hired King of Talk, we hired you for what you did. We don't want you to come in with this new. This is the role we like. That's what I'm saying. When we writing another movie, it's just we want a character like that to be in this movie. So you just the best one at being the King of Talk. He the best one at being seriously funny. You got to think it was a bidding war between him and Cat Williams.
Hold on, but could you wait? But tell me this: could you imagine Denzel Washington playing Malcolm X in Training Day? Who is the same character? No, you got to be different. It's a different role. And what was the name? Whatever, Esquire and all. This is the dude from Training Day. Like, no, it's a different role. Oh yeah, the dude from Training Day. We want him in Glory. No, you want the dude from Glory in Glory. You don't want that dude. You got to have range.
And I agree, but I don't like your comparison because you go all the way to the creme de la creme. Why didn't you just start at Kurt Russell or somebody like that, Sigourney Weaver? Why would you go to the creme de la creme of actors when it comes to Kevin Hart? Stay down a little bit. Come down a little notch. You know what I mean? You went all the way to the top Oscar. Go get a Sigourney Weaver. You know what I mean?
Even Samuel L. Jackson, even though a lot of his roles are the same, you see some roles with Samuel L. Jackson, and you like, that dude ain't nothing like the one eye patch dude. I can't even think of his name from the Avengers. Right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nothing like him. He different.
Yes. Now, those two have it sold up on the African American community. When it comes to movies, it's called Denzel and Samuel Jackson. I don't think you could put anybody above those two when it comes to African American movie stars.
What's the dude? Who the dude? I can't. I'm sorry, I don't remember these names. I had 14th degree COVID. What's the dude name who played God in the movie with
Morgan Freeman? Morgan
Freeman. Now think of it. Lean on Me, trying to play God.
Yes.
They used to call me Crazy Jesus. Actor. Now they call me God. That wouldn't have worked. You gotta switch it up. It's gotta be different. So that's what I'm saying. It's gotta be different.
But I'm saying, but hold on. Even through your own words, you admitting that he's a good actor. Because whenever you compare him to the absolute creme de la creme.
No,
you don't go down. You don't compare him to Gabrielle Union. You compare him to Morgan Freeman and Denzel. That means he must be the shit.
What I'm doing is I'm just letting you know that you can be the same actor and play different roles. And I don't see that with Kevin Hart. But
and you did not make a good point because you went all the way to the top. I'm saying the lower level actors like Kevin Hart and Gabrielle Union are all the same people. People on his level can't switch it up. You're talking about creme de la creme, Harrison Ford, Tom Hanks, Denzel, Morgan Freeman. You're not talking about Gabrielle Union. You know what I mean? Morris Chestnut. These guys are the same role. But when you go all the way to the top of the creme de la creme, don't put Kevin Hart up there. He's a comedian, sir.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? But the medium guys, like you said, all the medium guys, old Shay Jackson, Dwayne Wade wife, all them people act the same in every role. You know Dwayne Wade wife. You've seen her in several movies, and she's never been different. Gabrielle Union.
I'm not a fan of hers, but okay.
You see what I'm saying? So you have to be an elitist actor, like a Morgan Freeman, like a Tom Hanks, Harrison Ford, to get the level you're talking about.
Bro,
But I think you're putting too much pressure. Go ahead.
You can like Kevin Hart. I'm not telling you not to like that brother.
Oh no, you like him too. You just saying he's not. He's the same dude in every movie.
I don't think he's funny anymore. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he's funny anymore. He used to be funny. I don't think he's funny anymore. And watching that same character in all of these different scenarios is exhausting. So it's like, oh my goodness, it's the same character. Oh my goodness, now he's in this role. Oh, it's the same character, now he's in that role.
Oh my God.
That's all I'm
It's so
saying.
funny to me. It's just so funny to me because the same shit you don't like about him is the same reason I love his character. I'm like,
that's what make the world go round. What I like, you don't like, and what you like, I don't like. That's what it's all about.
Because like you said, how we start, and we gonna end it how we started. You said Tracy Morgan is not funny to you. That shit was hilarious. Because I couldn't believe it. Because I put him in the creme de la creme too. I got him like he's really number one in my eyes. You know, not number one all time, but number one alive. But the accident threw me down. But I do understand where you're coming from, and you're not the first person to make that opinion to me too.
All right.
About Tracy Morgan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great call, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the energy, brother.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right. I like that he gave himself kudos on the call. He said that it was a great call. It was his call. So he let me know that he did a great call. I'm not against him. Fame says Kevin Hart has never been funny. I'm really short and grew up in a hellhole. Okay, what else, Kevin? He had some funny stuff. Kevin had some funny stuff. He did. At least in my opinion. He had some funny stuff. I think he did. Ronald says Bernie Mac and Robin Williams, Richard Pryor. There's a lot of actors who have range. I guess I can't even say he doesn't have range because I've never watched any of his serious stuff, because by the time he started trying to be a serious actor, even to any degree, I already had kind of wrote him off. I was already annoyed with him. So, you know. But that's just, again, that's my opinion. I'm just sharing my thoughts on the matter. All right, y'all. I do have to get out of here. I said this show would only be an hour. It's been 2. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Okay, I'm kind of reading through some of the... Diane says, now, I will watch The Real Hollywood Husbands over and over. I thought the writing was good. That was one that I would laugh at stuff on there. And I thought, again, he's still playing the same character, which to some degree is an exaggerated him. But like you said, the writing was good and all of that kind of stuff. And, you know, his over-the-topness worked. Yeah. Troy says, in a lot of cases, comedians and musicians' best stuff is usually the first album or first comedy special, but of course there are outliers. And then there's a kind of a saying, and I'm gonna botch the saying, but the idea of that, Troy, is you've had your entire life to put together that first project that catapults you to a star. You know, like I've been working my comedy, doing this, doing that. People ain't seen me, they ain't heard me, they don't know nothing about me. I done had my whole life to put this together, and now here is my album. Here is my comedy set. Here is this. And all right, wow, that's amazing. Now you got a year and a half. Do another one. It took me 25 years of life and experience to put together that first one. And now I got a year and a half, 2 years to do the second one. Oh, what can I put together? Oh, what can I put together? You know, so some people say that that's why you'll get a great first project. And then after that, it's downhill. Because you pour all of those life experiences and whatnot into that first one. But, you know, that's how it is sometimes. And like you said, there are outliers. That first Jodeci was hitting. Unlike a lot of y'all, I like the fast songs on Forever My Lady. I think that was the name of the whole album, Forever My Lady. I like the fast songs. The whole project. I still listen to that whole first project. But then guess what? When they came out with, what was it, Diary of a Madman? I was like, oh, that's hot. I didn't expect them to I still listen to that whole project. Which was better? I don't know. I don't know if the first Jodeci album was better or the second Jodeci album was better. I'm not sure. And that is rare. That is rare. Like Guy, that first album, come on, you can't nobody say nothing bad about it. Every track on that project was off the charts. The second project, The Future, yeah, they had some good songs on there, but a lot of that stuff, I definitely don't listen. I will listen to Guy's first album, but you put on The Future, it's about 4, maybe 5 songs on there. The rest of them, don't play that. Skip. Don't play that. That's not good. That's just the way it works. Just the way it works. How about Mr. Mims singing Tell Me? Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Regina Denson Griffin says the first one, every song. Guy and Albie sure were good CDs. Brent Beer said, even the Jodeci sung the hook on Father MC, treated like she wanted to be. Yeah, that was, yes. But they first two projects, as somebody put in there, banging. Tomorrow on your last show will not be my last show. Sierra says, you ignored me. How did I ignore you? What did you say? Hold on, let me scroll and see what did Sierra say. Oh, y'all, you ignored me, people. Will you be back tomorrow for a farewell show? It will not be a farewell show. It will not be a farewell show. But I do plan on being back tomorrow. And I'll when I figure it out, I'll let y'all know what next week look like. Okay, I guess that's about it. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I hope everybody, man, are you going shopping this weekend for new clothes? Honestly, I think I might have to go and buy some new clothes because I can't wear my, you can't run up in there talking about Free Huey, So We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So you're gonna come on at noon before work. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. We're not sure. Oh, they hung up. I went to answer the phone. They hung up. Daryl say, where you working at? I don't really want to say. So, yeah, I'm not going to share that right away. But I do have a job. Diane says, y'all, why did I just find out Charlie Wilson sang on Computer Love by Zapp? It sounds just like him, because it is him. Yes, he did. He sang on Computer Love. He actually, I put this in the chat a while ago. They actually have a version where it's more Charlie Wilson and Shirley Murdoch, because that was Shirley Murdoch sang on there too. It's more Charlie Wilson and Shirley Murdoch than Roger. Like Charlie does the verses instead of the voice box. It's Charlie Wilson doing the voice, the singing the verses. It's my favorite version of Computer Love. Now I've given it to some people and they absolutely hate it. They said that's how you ruin a hit. I'm like, bruh, I love that version. Absolutely love it. B-Rap.
Yo, what's up, you man? I was just wanted to say congratulations, man. I don't know when the next time I was gonna be able to holler at you, man. So I want to say congratulations on the gig, man. You know what I'm saying? Is Mrs. Livingston gonna pack the lunch up in a brown paper bag when you start on Monday?
I'll try to make her do that. I'll try to see if I can.
Gonna have peanut butter and jelly, or a lunch meat sandwich, brother. Which one?
Nice turkey and cheese. That would be beautiful.
Yeah, it'd be nice. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I just called to wish you congratulations, man. I don't know. So what's the schedule gonna be like on the weekends or what?
I don't know yet. Give me a minute and let me figure it out.
Okay. Yeah, and I watched yesterday, man. Everything you said was on point yesterday about the conversations you was having, with the schooling and everything, and everything was on point yesterday, man. I couldn't find anything I disagreed with you about yesterday. So.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, you man. I was just calling to holler. I ain't gonna hold you too long, bruh.
B-Rab, I appreciate you.
Oh, no doubt, bruh. Have a good night, man.
You do the same.
All right.
That was B-Rab. I appreciate it. Look, I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all's support. You know, all of y'all kind of, yeah, go, Emanuel, yes, good, yes. It feels good to have your people and know that your people are rooting for you. That feels good. Yeah, I know that's what we do with our kids on a regular basis. Just let our kids, go. I'm rooting for you. Anything you do, anything you try, I'm rooting for your success. It feels good. That's what we should do with each other. I mean, y'all doing it with me, but do it with each other as well. Because I'm rooting for everybody watching and even the people who not. I'm rooting for everybody's success. It feels good to know that people are rooting for you. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. With all of that being said, I gotta get ready to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. This is only Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I intend on seeing everybody back here tomorrow. Yeah. As always, until then, be the reason that somebody smiles this evening. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.